Welcome back to chapter 3.3, Coplanar Forces System. So this is an example of a 2D or coplanar system. What is coplanar system? It means it is in a single plane. So if you have x, y, so this is a single plane. So this is called a plane. So coplanar means forces that exist in this single plane. It can be one or two or more forces. You understand? So this is called coplanar forces. You can have one force there, one force here, as long as it is within this xy plane. Okay, so it's called 2D coplanar forces. Okay, so if the whole assemble is in equilibrium, then the particle is also in equilibrium. Okay, so to determine the tension in the cable given weight of the cylinder, you need to learn how to draw a free body diagram, which we have done in the last lesson. So if I were to have the free body, if I were to ask to draw the free body diagram of this weight, so what I have a cable up there, and I have the weight, which is 40 times 9.81. Okay, now if I were asked to draw the A, so how will it be? There'll be one there, one here, and the weight, which is 40 times 9.81, yeah, which is equivalent to this tension in this cable. Okay, so that is how you draw your free body diagram, one thing at a time. So we are now going to solve the coplanar questions here. So the what, why, and how of free body diagram. Yeah, what? It's a drawing that shows all external forces acting on the particle. Yeah, why? It's a key to able to write the equation based on the force. Only then we can write the equation of equilibrium. Yeah, and how do you do it? Imagine the particle to be isolated. It means it is the single thing. You cut off from the surrounding and you show only all the forces that's acting on that particle. Example, you have a combination of like what I've told you just now, weight A, B, C, D and all. So you only isolate one thing at a time. So in this case, the free body diagram at A will be something like this, like what I've explained to you. Okay, so now how do you write the equation? So very simple. You have x-axis and y-axis, yeah, and you know the summation of all these forces will be 0. So you have to resolve each this FB into x and y, FD into x and y, FC into x and y. That's how you do it. Okay, so let's try. Yeah, so we're going to have FB in x-axis, yeah, cos 30, and then we have FD in the negative region, away, yeah, because this side is positive, this side is negative. Yeah? So that will be the first equation of Fx. Next equation we're going to do for Fy. So what did we have in Fy? Of course, this got nothing to do with Fy. So we have a negative here pointing downward, and then we have FB sine 30, which is pointing upward. So sine 30 pointing upward, negative. So this is your Fy equation. With these two equations, you can actually solve for the unknowns, FB and FD. This is how you solve your coplanar questions. Okay. So for a simple spring, it is represented by F equals to Ks. For a simple cable, a pulley, always remember, as long as it is the same cable, the tension will be the same. Yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to an example. Example in the lecture note is rather easy. So I'll be moving to the example in the textbook. You can actually go through the example in the lecture note. Yeah. So before we go into 3D, let's actually solve the question. Example 3.2. So let's look at example 3.2. Determine the tension in the cable BABC. So they want to know what is the tension of BA and BC, yeah, necessary to support the 60 cylinder weight. Yeah. So we have BABC supporting the BD. Okay. So if you draw the weight, so we have 60 times 9.81. Why is gravity? Yeah, and then we have equivalent force upward. So which means TBD is 60 times 9.81. So that part is solved. So now let's draw the free body diagram of part B here. Okay, so we have B here, we have TC, and we have TA, and we have 60 times 9.81. Okay, now we're going to divide this into x-axis and y-axis. Watch this carefully. TC into x will be TC cos 45. TA into x will be 4 over 5. Remember the practice earlier? Yeah, flat. 4 is flat. So 4 over 5 ratio is negative. Remember, because the direction is actually in the opposite side. Okay. Next we have Fy. Okay, so Fy What are the forces in Fy? We have Tc, Ta, and also Tbd. So Tbd is negative 60 times 9.81. So Tc will be sine. Just now was cos, close the armpit, close and drop it down to x. And then we have the y in the opposite side. So sine. Okay. And 3, remember vertical. So 3 over 5 multiply Ta will give you, so the summation of this will be your Fy. So with these two equations, you can actually solve for your unknowns, which is Tc and Ta. Okay. So that is how you solve questions with coplanar force. So please do up the questions that is assigned to you, your homeworks that is assigned to you, and upload it onto the eLearn. I'll be moving to chapter 3.4 in the next video. Thank you.